Hello, once again, it's DJ with the Detailing Business Channel. Today's video, we're working on an RV. This is a 2019 Forest River Sabre. It hasn't been washed in a while or ever. I'm going to show you the steps that I use to wash and wax in one step and make it quick, easy, and painless. So stick around and enjoy. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is walk around the RV and check everything. We're going to look for black streaks, and there's some right there. We're going to check all of our seals, and you want to look at these really close because that is what keeps the water out. Now this thing hasn't been touched from the factory, so anything that is here from the factory. There's some black streaks up there. We want to check down here, check these seals right here. This is the slide out room, and a lot of times the factory will miss some stuff. That looks good. One thing right here I see, they sealed up to here, but they didn't seal this right here. Right on the other side of that hole is plywood. Water will get in there and destroy your floor. You want to check that. Matter of fact, I'm going to check the other side and see if they got that side right. Check these seals along the way. They look good. This right here looks like they came down and filled that hole. Can you see that? That's just things you have to check when you own an RV. Check your seals all the time. I'm going to check the other side. There's a lot of dirt built up here. We're going to get that cleaned up. Check your seals along here, all the way down, all the way across. Everything looks good. The seal right here in this slide room looks good, except they forgot to fill that hole. There's some black streaks here. Now this is part of the seal. This is the black streak from the seal, from it sitting there while it's closed. This probably is not going to come clean. But check these seals also. Make sure they're not cracked. All your slide out rims, these wiper seals, make sure they're good. Seal along this room looks good. Oh, there's another one they missed. I'm telling you, there's plywood on the other side of that, and if it gets wet, your floor is ruined. So what I'm going to do is before I even get started, I'm going to seal that hole with some silicone, some RV type silicone. All these wiper seals look good. Make sure they're all popped out. When your room is out, these want to be out. When they go in, it'll slide in. This seal looks good. Looks like they got that one. There's one, they got that one too. They even went over all the way. Wiper seals look good. Some black streaks up there. I want to go up on the roof and see what's up there. I'll meet you up there. All right, we're up here on the roof. It looks pretty darn good. It doesn't look bad at all. Now you want to be careful up here. The rule of thumb is if your RV has a ladder, you can get up on the roof. If it doesn't have a ladder, it's not built for you to stand on. So this has a ladder. We're going to be very careful while we're up here. The roof doesn't look too bad. There's some seals up here you need to check too. Make sure these are all good and not cracked. If they were cracked, I need to tell the owner so that he can get it fixed. Everything looks good. continue on, check the slide out room tops. From here, it looks pretty good. It is a little dirty. We'll get that cleaned up. There is some debris. We're going to get that cleaned up too. These tabs right here, they're put on there for your wiper seal. When you take your room in, it flips the wiper seal in. When you take it out, it flips the wiper seal out. These things break off all the time. So you want to make sure they're there. If they are, a lot of times they're still on top of the room because you moved it in before you moved the RV. So you just want to secure that back. They're just stuck on there with double-sided tape. You might want to use some silicone instead. This looks good, except there's some debris up here. We'll get that cleaned up. Our tabs are there. Seals look good. This seal right here looks like it's about to pop off. I'm going to check on that and make sure I see if there's anything I can do about that. This one over here looks pretty good. Tabs are there. Not too bad. Some debris. Wiper seals are facing out. That's good. Check our seals right above our wiper seal. They look good. Seals on the gutter look good. Very important to check your seals every time you wash your RV. If you're just standing around your RV, always be looking at your seals. That seal looks great. Seal around the ladder looks good. Here's something here I'm a little concerned about. Right there, look at that. There's a big hole right there. They didn't get it. I will definitely work on that before I get started. This one right here is the same way. There's a big hole right there. Other than that, everything looks good. I'm going to take some notes of everything I found. I'm going to fix what I can before I get started. Okay, one more thing I want you to check before you continue that I forgot to mention. Your screws. All these screws, every single one of them, you need to be checking those too. Sometimes they back out, and what happens is they'll catch a wiper seal and rip the seal off. So always check the screws. Okay, so now we're inside the RV, and I want to point something out to you. You've got your slide room, and there's what is exposed outside, and then you have what is in the wall. So you're not going to be able to clean what is in that wall with the slide out. So what you're going to do is get your ladder out and make sure it is a safe distance from the slide out. And you're going to move the slide out room in. All these slide out rooms are different. Some of them might be hydraulic. These are electric. That's the wrong one. Move this in a couple inches. Watch my ladder and stop. Now I'm going to climb up on the ladder and take a look. Now this is stuff you can't see from the outside. All this stuff up here sits, and when you move your room in, it's still up here and it gets rotten and it makes your RV stink. So you got to clean that too. All right, that looks pretty good. So you'll never get these tops completely clean. The roof and these tops, they're rubberized and they're textured. So they really hold onto the dirt. Now you can use harsh chemicals to get them as clean as possible, but you're degrading the rubber. So it's kind of a win-lose situation. You get it clean, but you degrade the rubber. That's not something you want to do to preserve the life of an RV. I already talked to the customer about this and he agreed, and we are just going to get it as clean as possible because he doesn't care and he'll never see it. One product that has become popular is a foam cannon. I use this on RVs, makes it quick and easy. It's so easy to put the soap on the vehicle compared to the old methods. There is a link in the description for this particular foam cannon. That brings us to what kind of soap to use. One that I like in particular is Meguiars Hyper Wash. For a maintenance wash, I recommend CarPro Hydro 2. There's a link in the description. This is actually a silica-based sealant. Once you apply it and spray it off, for 3 to 6 months, it just sheets the water right off. It is very impressive. Just spray it on and spray it off and you're done. However, it is recommended that you do not apply it in direct sunlight, so wait for dusk or a cloudy day before you apply this, because if it dries before you get it rinsed off, it can leave residue behind. One thing you will need as well is a good quality brush. There's a link in the description for this one. This one right here is 18 inches. It covers a lot of area. It is controversial that you would use a brush on an RV, but this has flag-tipped bristles and it is very soft. The biggest thing is to keep it off the ground so it doesn't pick up any debris. You can find microfiber wands, but they are usually very small, and if they are large, they are very expensive. Watch them tabs right there. first thing we're going to do is rinse the dirt off. We'll do this around the whole RV. Now, all you have to do is be very gentle. For those that might disagree, it's very possible to use a brush and not scratch a vehicle. The reason why I put the slides in is because it would be very difficult to get this area with the slides out. One thing you need to know about this Hydro 2 is it is recommended that you do it in the shade or on a cloudy day. The reason is because it is a silica sealant, and if that sealant dries before you rinse it off, it will be stuck on there and you will have to polish it off. These areas right here, I might get out my little detail brush and get in there. But for now, I'm gonna keep moving. The great thing about this Hydro 2 is once you use it for the first time, the next wash is going to be even easier.